Yu-Gi-Oh has over 10,000 unique cards in its card pool, and thanks to tools such as TCG Player and eBay, duelists all around the world can pick up any card they would like with just a click of a button. But what if those tools didn't exist? What if the only way you can attain new cards was by opening packs? Starting off with 3 Blue Eyes Structure Deck and a budget of $50 a week, I must build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck with only sealed product. No buying, no trading for cards, all leading up to doing Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest challenge, topping a YCS. This is the Blue Eyes Sealed Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Alrighty, today is a very big episode for us because we are going to a regional. Now, you might be asking yourself, Santi, you haven't even topped a locals with this deck. How do you think you're going to be topping a regional with this? And I will have to say this, that is a very, very, very good question. Anyways, today we're going to be opening up Darkwing Blast. Why are we opening up Darkwing Blast? Well, because we want to have some sort of bestial lineup with this. Basically, all the bestials, with the exception of Baldrake, are in this set and at super, like the Magnemut, the Druisworm, and Sorneer. They're all super rares in this, but they're not easy to get super rares. They are very expensive. Druisworm is like a $25 card right now just because they are somewhat short printed in the set. But if we can at least pull a bestial out of this, I feel like we can get a little bit more confident with our side deck. Now, I did plan for the entire opening to be Darkwing Blast. I ordered 8 packs of Darkwing Blast, but only 5 has came to the mail, and that was about $30 worth of those packs. So, meaning I'm missing the other 3 packs. We're missing about $20 worth of our budget. So in the meantime, with that $20, I decided to buy a tin. We have opened the tin in the previous episodes. We're looking for Crimson Dragon. You know, Sky Crisis or SP wouldn't be that bad to pull either. But yeah, very huge episode. We're going to a regional. Hopefully we can top with it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the opening. Alrighty, now on to the opening itself here. So like I said, we do have 5 Darkwing Blast and then, you know, 1 tin, so 3 mega packs as well. So this price was going to be a little weird. So it was for the 5 packs about $31 for Darkwing Blast, and then I bought the tins locally, so it was like $22, I think is what it was. So we went over our budget just a little bit, but again, kind of was scrambling just because the rest of the Darkwing Blast packs did not come in time. So yeah, so I guess we'll start off with the Darkwing Blast because we already opened the tins earlier, so we'll end off with this, I guess. Oh, you know what? No. We'll do it the opposite way around. Oh, I didn't mean to accidentally move my mouse like that. Yeah, let's do the mega packs first, shall we? So I'll put this up here. Okay, like we opened before, we kind of just want the Crimson Dragons, or maybe like Chaos Angel might not be like a terrible thing if we open up like Chaos Angel from this. Alrighty, Realm of the Eulogy. How did I get here? Again, we don't really need the commons here, so we'll kind of just skip through. Forge a New Future is our first ultra rare here. Nothing we can really do with this. Oh, you're lying. Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye is our secret rare, a banned card for sure. Very unfortunate because this could have been used in Fire King. If I, opened this in the Fire King sealed only, that would have been really nice. But yeah, nothing we can really do with this card in Blue Eye. So yeah, and of course it's a banned card now, so nothing we can really do with that. Rank up Magic Arsenal, or Astral Force is our QC. Nothing we can do with that. Sweet Dreams Numeralia and a Transcendentors Glacier. Again, nothing we can really do with that. And then like nothing else, because again, we don't really need the commons. That's kind of unfortunate. We could have used the original in our last sealed only, and we just didn't do anything with that. Or we obviously we didn't pull it in the last series, but now it's a banned card, so nothing we can really do with it now. Next pack here. Again, just skip the commons. Nothing we really need out of the common slot here. Minimus Elephant is our ultra rare here. Yeah, nothing we can really do with that. Super Heavy Samurai Wakashi is not a card we need. Yeah, just it's a very cool card, but nothing we can really do with it. And then a Salamangreat Gazelle as our QC. Damn, no, nothing we can really do with that either, unfortunately. And then Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Sliveria is unfortunate. And then a Mighty Dino King Rex as well, and nothing else we can do with any of that. Okay, last pack here. Again, the tins was kind of just like a last second thing. Yeah, nothing we can really do. Again, it's like really just the Crimson. If we could pull Crimson, that would be pretty nice in here. Again, skip the commons here. Don't really need anything from the common slot. Chaos Witch is our ultra rare. And then for the secret rare, we have a Snake Eyes Birch. Okay, cool. We're pulling like the Snake Eyes stuff in these this team, but yeah, nothing we're gonna really do with the Birch. And then a Dino Wrestler Pinkertops is our QC. This can technically go into our side deck if we really want to. Pinkertops isn't a terrible card. Now, it's not good against something like Rizal or anything like that, but not like the worst thing. Maybe like the mirror match or something like that. It's not terrible. Chaos Mirage Dragon and a Per Lily as our ultra rare. Okay, the tins were really nothing special. We pulled nothing out of the secret rares. Maybe pink we can maybe throw in the side deck slot. But now on to the Darkwing Blast. This is what we're wanting to open this week because we want the Bestials. We can pull like a Magnemite. That would be really, really good for us. Okay. Alrighty, into the pack opening we go. Again, they are super rares, but I wouldn't say they're easy to get super rares out of this set. So Decisive Battle of Golconda is our common here. Amazoness War Chief as another common. Castria Ogre is a really, really cool card. I guess we could pull like a Unicorn in Fenrir out of this. That's not terrible, I guess. We end up pulling those. Common and a Wallow, founder of the Druid Dragons. This was really good in, I think, tier format, but nothing we can really do with it now because the rank 6 that we're never going to make. Yeah, nothing out of that, unfortunately. Next pack here, again, just looking for the Bestials. Hopefully it's not a dud of an opening here. That'd be unfortunate to do. Tilting Entrapment, I think is what it's called. Castria Ogre again. A Decisive Battle of Golconda. Naturia Mole Cricket, really, really cool card. And a Branded Beast. Yeah, nothing we can really do with that, unfortunately. We just need the Bestials and like nothing else for commons, unfortunately. Alright, next pack here. Again, just a bit like a Magma. Just like if we can get one Magma, that would be really, really nice. Ninjutsu Art Tool Iron Dragger. Goaty Cosmo. What the fuck? I've never seen this card in my life, not gonna lie. Amazon Silver Sword Master, and for the super rare, a Simona Arphanes. I didn't even know this came in the set. That's kind of insane. That's actually not that bad. I don't know if it's the greatest in the world. I guess we can side this for something like a Malice matchup. That's honestly not that bad. I will take that. I mean, probably would take a Bestial more, but you know what? Not a terrible card for us there. Next pack up for the Darkwing Blast packs here. Alright, a Mole Cricket, a Tri-Brigade Showdown, Sclare Claw Twin Saw, Amazoness Pet Liger King, and we did pull an Ultra. That's unfortunate though, it's not one of the best Ultras in the set. It could have been a Unicorn, it could have been a Fenrir. I guess we couldn't use a Unicorn, but it could have been a Fenrir. That would have been really cool. Mitsu the Insect Ninja is our ultra rare. Nothing we can really do with that, and nothing else in the commons either. Okay, we're down to our last pack here. Again, a Magnum would be nice. Jerusalem is also in here. I guess Sornir wouldn't be as bad as well. Alrighty, Tearlament's Heartbeat is our common here. Ninjutsu Art Tool Iron Digger. Goaty Cosmo. Oh, my bad. I kind of skipped we're going to the super next. Turbo Tainted Hot Red GC19. And a Bestial Druisworm. That's actually not that bad. This is like a really expensive card right now, too. That's insane. We did actually pull a Bestial. I would prefer it to be Magna, but Druisworm is not a bad option as well. We will gladly take a Bestial Druisworm. Again, these are probably going to get reprinted soon, but I just wanted to get some Bestials for the deck before we head to the regional. Again, like I said, Magnemite probably would have been the best to pull for us, but again, Druisworm, not a terrible option either. We will gladly take the Druisworm as well. So, we opened a couple packs. We only got like a couple of cards we can use, but yeah, let's get to deck building for this regional, shall we? Alrighty, now on to the deck profile itself here. So we made a couple changes to the deck for this regional that I think will probably help improve our chances with the regional. But yeah, it looks more like a standard Blue Eyes list that you would see. Maybe, of course, like without the Primite stuff because we don't have the Primite stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's get to the actual deck profile. So Starting off with our main starter combos, we're playing the 3 Sages. We are playing 3 Maidens. We have cut down Neo Kaiser Seahorse to 2. We're still playing the 2 Blue Eyes as well. The reason why I cut this down to 2, again, it's not the best one, but you still want to somewhat play it just because just having it in the deck is still super nice. It's summonable off seals and stuff like that. Again, if we're playing like, if we pull the Magna, it's also searchable off of Magna as well. But we did cut it down to 2 because honestly, some of us aren't even playing this anymore, but obviously they're playing like the Primate stuff, which we just don't have. So we're still going to play this just because I think the bingo machine is still enough consistency stuff for us. But we don't, because sometimes when we open like Sage plus this gets a lot worse for the combo. But yeah, this is the reason why I cut it to 2. It's still in the deck, but I did cut it to 2 to kind of fit other stuff into the deck as well. And we did cut the Fallen stuff because like I was kind of saying in the end of last week's episode, kind of realized it wasn't the greatest in the world because people can just go battle straight away, beat over the seals, and all of a sudden we're like, maybe they don't have like the Fallen targets straight away. Let me move that hair out of the way. Alrighty, now into the spells. We are playing 3 Wishes for Eyes of Blue. We are playing the 3 Bingo Machine. We are playing 2 Roar of the Blue Eyes Dragon. Again, this is a little bit more going to standard ratios of what Blue Eyes are playing at. A lot of people are just playing it at 1. We're playing it at 2 just so we have a little bit better of a grind match because we don't have the Primate stuff, obviously, so having more of this is better for the grind match. But we are playing 2 of this. I think we were playing 2 of this last week as well. The 1 Ultimate Fusion, the 1 Mausoleum. Mausoleum obviously is just the one for the Spirit, the Link one. And then Ultimate Fusion, I've been really liking this. I really don't want to cut this card. I really been liking this card, but I'm keeping it at 1. It is somewhat of a bricky card for us as well. And then obviously the last 2 trap cards is Majesty and True Light as well. And that's our spell trap lineup right there as well. I think pretty much nothing has changed with the spell traps. I think it was the same thing last week as well. Now on to our non-engine. We are playing quite a lot of it. We are playing 3 Nibiru, the Primal Being. I'm close to cutting it to 2. I nearly did, but I think we're going to keep the 3 just for this regional. 3 Effect Veiler, because it's still Effect Veiler. Also a level 1 Spellcaster if we really necessarily need to normal summon it. 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. We are throwing the Droll and Lockbirds back in the main deck here as well, while still keeping the 2 Ghost Orgs and Snow Rabbits as well. And then we're still playing the 1 Talents, the 1 Called By, and the 3 Infinite Impermanence. A lot of non-engine. We threw the Droll back into the main deck. Obviously, as you can see, we don't have the Druid Swarm in the main deck. I'll kind of more explain once we get to the side deck. But yeah, I think Droll in the main deck is going to be really, really good for us. Honestly, does hit a lot. Like it hit like the Rizal matchup, hit a lot of rogue decks and stuff like that. I'm keeping the Ghost Orcs in as well. So for total non-engine, we are playing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Hopefully that's enough. We're playing a lot of engine to go with it. I think we're playing 14 to 15 around there. Like honestly, we only need to see like 1 card for our Blue Eye stuff as well, so it's not the worst thing. But yeah, we're going to keep it like this as well. So again, hopefully this is good enough. Hopefully we draw a lot of hand traps and being able to stop our opponent from playing the game. That is it for the main deck, though. Again, the thing is still just like the 40-card main deck that we were playing. Now on to the extra deck, which has made a lot of changes to. So this is going to more look like what the actual structure deck, like when we first got the 3 structure decks, deck is going to look like. So we are playing the 3 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I was playing this at 2 for the past couple weeks, but again, I do realize that the 3rd one does come up for us. So we are playing the 3rd one. I think the 3rd one is really, really good for us. We are playing 2 seals here. Now, I would cut a seals. We don't really just have anything else to put in it right now, so I think we're going to play the second seals because sometimes the second seals does come up. So we are going to play the second seals. And that is it for our Link monsters. That's all we're playing. We're not playing like any Selene into access code kind of shenanigan stuff because I don't think we necessarily need to because we're locked into dragons a lot of times as well. Now on to the Synchro Monsters. We have put Spirit back to 3. Again, I was trying it at 2 last week because we're kind of messing around with the extra deck last week. But I think the 3 Spirit does matter. I think you do need to play 3 of this card in this deck. We're also playing 1 Light Swarm Dragon as well. And then we have, obviously, the 2 Ultimate Spirit Dragons as well. And that's it for our Synchro lineup. Obviously, we'd like to put like a Moonlight Dragon if we had it or something like a Crimson in here as well. We obviously don't have those cards just yet. But yeah, I think it's a really good lineup for our Synchro Monsters as well. I'm glad we got the Light Storm because it can help us in the mirror match as well. And now on to the fusions. It's going to look a little weird. We are playing 3 Tyrant Dragon. I just want to have this card in rotation at all times. So we are going to be playing the Tyrant Dragon at 3. I really do like this card a lot. I would like just to have it at 3. And obviously the last card we're playing is the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as well for that targeting protection as well. A lot of people, they convinced me in the comments not to cut this card, so we're not going to cut the card, even though I really do want to cut the card a lot. But yeah, that's it for our fusion lineup. So like I said, the extra deck kind of looks like a structure deck kind of extra deck, like when you just open up 3 structure decks. That's kind of what it looks like. But to be honest with you, I think it's kind of our best extra deck going right now. I don't think we can really, like, we could put like the Galaxy Eyes, like XYZ monsters and stuff like that in here, but I decided not to in this case. So now on to the side deck. So we are playing 2 DD Crow. So for the monsters, obviously, we put the Druisworm in the side deck. I wanted to put this in the main, didn't really have the room. I thought the Ghost Orgs and like Drolls were going to be a little bit more impactful, but we are putting it in the side. I probably will side this in a lot. Druisworm is just a really, really dumb card, to be honest with you. So again, if it was Magnet, for sure would have been in the main deck, but the fact that it is Druisworm is a little rough. But again, it's really better than a DD Crow, so it is going to be in the side deck for sure. And obviously we're playing the Chaos Hunter and the Phantasmaze for the Malice matchup as well. So that is it for our monsters in our side decks. Now onto the spells. I think the rest of this is pretty much not changed. 2 on XYZ Yugioh, 1 Cosmic, and 1 Crossout. Again, we have pretty much all the hand traps for Crossout, so Crossout gets better. Hopefully we can get more of this in the future. And then the Cosmic is Odeon is becoming a thing in the format. Would love this to be like a Feather Duster or something like that instead of like Lightning Storm, but we just don't have those cards. And Encore obviously is for the Rizal matchup as well. And then for the trap cards, we are playing the 2-dimensional barrier still. We are playing the Simul Archfiends. Again, I think this is specifically only going to be for the Malice stuff, or like any like link-based deck that we're going first against. But I think is a solid card that we do have a Strike, a Judgment, and an Anti-Spell as well. Don't know how much I like this Anti-Spell because I feel like it fucks us a lot as well, because every time we draw Anti-Spell, we don't draw a combo with it, which kind of sucks. But we're going to keep it in the and just hope to God we draw a combo this time with it as well. But yeah, that is it for our deck. So without further ado, let's get to the regional, shall we? Alrighty, right before we go to regionals, I want to give a quick shout out to Duke City Games, the store that actually hosted it, and the judge David Hayden, because they actually let me allowed to record. I didn't know you're allowed to record at regionals. I didn't figure that out until the Fire King sealed only. They told me I was able to record, but they let me record, and not only did they let me record there, they actually gave me a designated seating. So huge shout out to Duke City Games and David Hayden for letting me do this, because if I try to put a camera in front of like a bunch of people, like, you know, if you've been to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, you're next to like table 1, table 2, table 3 are all right next to each other. He just put me in my own designated area, allowing me to record the matches and letting you guys see what happened in those matches as well. So huge shout out to them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the regional. Alrighty, we got Supreme Darkness as our entry packs here. No one has pulled a barrel yet, so hopefully we can pull a barrel. That's all we really need out of this stuff. So I'm going to open up first, and then Jeff's going to break my heart by him opening up the Barrel Dragon over here.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
All right, skip these motherfuckers. Fucking dumbass super we do not need.
I actually need this.
Take it, bro. Oh, yeah, I forgot you're building Mermail.
Maybe.
Okay. So just skip.
If I had 2 more pipes, I would have played it today.
Oh, you should just hit me up. I got like 6.
No,
damn, bro. Okay, I need 2 pipes.
All right.
Just remind me.
Pulled fucking absolute garbage.
Just put it
Oh my god, okay.
Garbage, bro.
Yes, absolute garbage. Nothing we can do with it. Nothing I can do with it. I'm playing Blue Eyes. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? Damn. Okay. All right.
You pull the safe doesn't mean it.
But I'm looking for barrels. That's not a barrel. Fuck. Okay.
Can you give this?
All right, one more pack. All right.
Over there.
Barrel. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, Jeff, break my heart. Open the barrel, bro. Come on, open the barrel. I got you. Get the focus here. Get the focus.
Got it?
Yep, I got you.
I'll look for the beat charger.
Barrel.
Oh, I mean, you need Mermail card, so you'll take that. So?
And this man's over here not even doing it for the content, bro.
Wow. Look at this dumbass motherfucker, bro. Oh, fuck.
Barrel.
Come on, barrel. Barrel.
That card's good. What do you mean?
I said just ours.
Oh my god, bro. QC. Dude, that's back-to-back regionals you pulled a QC. Or at least Albuquerque regional.
I need a Dark End Dragon, which also got.
Hey, Eclipse Twins. That's a good card.
Bro, how do you pulled an Ultra, a Secret, and a
QC out of 5 packs? What a bitch.
Look, it's become.
So you pull the barrel. Pull the barrel for me. Pull the barrel.
Nope.
Oh, no.
It's an Ultra. Not the right Ultra. Wrong Ultra.
Yeah,
we said that.
Let's see the barrel.
Barrel. Barrel.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, wow.
He's got a slow roll. He's got a slow roll. It's common. Okay, next.
Wow.
Wow. Nope.
Super.
Barrel.
Terrible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got completed with round 1. We actually took the W. We versed Rizal is what we versed game 1. I won the die roll, chose to go first. We actually set up on a really, really good end field. It was like double imperm, seals, spirit. Like we actually kind of had everything. Only thing we didn't have was like Majesty, which was the only problem, but it was fine. I had Valor, imperm, and like the seals and spirit. He went droplet to negate the seals and spirit, which was fine with me because I put him with like 2 cards left in hand, which perfectly is fine with me because then I go. He goes like normal summon ice. I go Valor. He special summons a sword. I go imperm the sword. He makes a detonator, which somewhat is a problem, but I'm able to check it. He passes back to me. I check it on my turn and was able to like break the field. And he was on top deck, but I was able to have like interruption at all times. So I actually did win game 1 that way. And then game 2, he won the die roll, chose to go first. I think his only misplay, he had the combo, and I only opened Ash, which was unfortunate. So like I ashed the duo drive, but I think his only misplay was to go. He went Baguska instead of making detonator. I think if he makes detonator, I think we're pretty much out of the game. But since he made a Baguska, that put us back into the game. We were able to set up like a spirit plus the Majesty with 2 blue eyes in the graveyards. We have a pop 2, and we had an Ash in hand plus the spirit. So if he ever switched that Baguska to attack, we were able to play the game. I ashed a Prosperity, hoping he just didn't have he had 1 card in hand, so I was like, okay, this is probably not playable. So he passes to me. End phase, I go Majesty, pop everything, and then I get my follow-up after that with True Light as well, and we just slowly just win the game after that. So we 2-0'd Rizal in round 1, so not a bad start. It's going to be a 7-round regional, so we got 6 more rounds to play. Not a bad way to start off with a win. All right, it just got completed with round 2, and we took another W. Oh my God, we're actually not doing too bad right now. We versed Brandon, we got a little lucky. He bricked both games. Game 1, it was kind of a rough hand. He went the Bestial stuff. He had Magnet and stuff. So the Bestials actually is somewhat of a problem. We can't really break through Bestials because the Bestials do a lot. But we do set up like he gets rid of our entire field. He actually super polys us at one point and then gets rid of our entire field. But we have a Majesty and we got the Ultimate Fusion. So that actually matters because since he is somewhat on a bricked hand, I can make a Tyrant and then just the Bestials can't clear everything and then the Tyrant can slowly get me advantage over the game. But he made a decision to crash the Sornier, so I set the True Light that he destroyed on my turn on his turn, so that actually worked for us because he was trying to get to combo with Sornier. The thing was with us, we also had like a lot of hand traps to back it up. We had like Valor, Ash, and like Imperm and stuff like that. It was like really, really good hand from us. It was just like him having Pistols was kind of rough. But the Tyrant actually just slowly, like he couldn't clear the Tyrant, so we just killed everything with the Tyrant, made another Tyrant and a Spirit, which ended up being an OTK as well. So we won game 1 that way. And then game 2, again, it was just a rough break from him. He activates Regain and then goes Allure. I make a heads up read of, I'm going to Ash this because he's going to get a shit ton of value from this. And I also have like DD Crow and Nib, so if he keeps playing, I can still somewhat play my game, right? But he just passes to me, and then I had combo, so I go combo, set the Majesty, had Spirit, Ultimate, and like I could have made 2 Spirits. I think I misplayed a little bit there. Didn't necessarily matter because again he was just on a bricked hand, so I passed to him. He draws into like nothing. He just has to pass back, and then we just kill him on the next turn. So yeah, we are 2-0 right now. Kind of wild. We still have 5 more rounds to play. So, don't get our hopes up too much. But, still really good that we're starting off 2-0 right now. All righty, just got completed with round 3, and we just took another W. We're still undefeated. We versed Malice. Game 1, he shifted us. I tried my best. I ended like on Blue Eyes. I had the Ultimate Fusion and stuff like that, so I was like, I could somewhat interrupt. But, like, he just had, like, everything. Had Field Spell. He got the Cryptor SP. I'm like, okay, I'm just not winning this game. Shifter just fucked this up. So, we lost game 1. Game 2, he bricked. I think I also, like, was not on a good hand either. Like, had Chaos Hunter, Phantasme, and just like nothing to play with it. So we actually had to pass for a couple of turns, which was kind of
unfortunate. But then I finally drew into a combo of Maiden, and the Maiden finally just got me to full combo, and I just won the game that way. And then game 3, same exact thing. We both just bricked so hard. Like I had triple Ash, Phantasme, and one other card. I forgot what the other card did. It was like really, really bad. Aurora of the Blue Eyes Dragon was what it was. So, and he was on a hand of just all Bestial. So we just like, we didn't do anything for a couple turns. And he went a couple turns of like Bestial control. I drew a Druid Swarm, which I'm so glad I put it in against the Malice matchup. I thought I was going a little crazy by setting it in. But putting in the Druid actually helped because I summoned Druid and he went Magna Crash into it, and I Druid cleared the Baldrake on his field. So I cleared his field that way with just the Druid Swarm. And then I took a little bit of a risk. My life points was low. I was like, if he has another Bestial plus a name, I lose. But I want to keep this Ash because he's on a brick, so I want to Ash something that like puts him back into the game, right? So he had the second Bestial, but he didn't have a name. So I got down to 800 life points, and then I top decked into Sage, full combo. He didn't have, I think the last card in hand was like a Shifter in his hand that was just dead. Sage went full combo, cleared his entire field, and we just win the game off of it. So we are undefeated. We are 3-0. We still got 4 more rounds left to play, but we're actually doing really good right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got, let me make sure my mic's on. We're still undefeated after round 4. We did just win. We versed Malice once again. Game 1, he shifted me. Kind of didn't have to do anything. I had a couple of hand traps. I had like Imperm Ash. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to pass because he like shifted and then Ash my bingo machine. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he plays. He gets to a point where he's trying to OTK, but he doesn't go into the Heart Cryptor play. He tries to OTK with the White Binder instead. I think he's trying to play around the bureau. So he goes into that. I Ash the White Binder, saves me a turn. He has no other hand traps because I think he had to waste GC06 to do so. So he passes to me. I drew into combo, and we actually ended up winning that game, which is absolutely insane. Game 2, though, he drew Shifter again, and this time we just couldn't do anything under the Shifter, especially when he went first. Like, I broke some of the field. Like, we were doing all right, but I think it was just him going first under the Shifter just kind of screwed us because we lost a turn, and he got his first turn board as well. I don't know. It was rough. I tried to do stuff, but I just couldn't do anything in game 2. And then game 3, I went first. I drew Sigmol, Sigmol, a couple hand traps. I think I ended on a Seals and just a Blue Eyes because he bestialed my Maiden so I can get to the Spirit. It was enough. I sealed, bounced back like a Chessy cat. He specialed off the field spell. It was Majesty that was set. Majesty popped the Dormouse, normal summon. He had field spell, but played into Nib. I Nibiru him. He passed to me, played my turn. He kind of just broke the entire field, and then Ultimate Fusion popped the token because the token is huge. But Ultimate Fusion coming in clutch right now. Glad I'm keeping that in the deck. So the Ultimate Fusion popped the token, did the damage, and then passed to him. Time got called on his turn. But yeah, he couldn't really do anything because he was so low on life points. And then the Malice, like, obviously is going to burn him as well. So, like, yeah, so we win in time, but we were actually having a good match there. I think, if anything, we actually could have won that match anyway. So we are still undefeated. We have 3 more rounds to go. Hopefully we can get good. All right, it just got completed with round 5. We finally took an L. It was such a crazy match, though. So game 1, he basically goes full combo. He's on Malice Fiendsmith, so he sets up on the Abaku IP, like all the Malice stuff. And like I know he has Bestials plus the regain, and I just like broke through a lot of it, surprisingly. Oh, fuck you. Show up for the tournament next time, fucker. I don't know. So I try to break through as much as I can. I broke through a lot of it, but I think the second Bestial I just didn't know what he had in hand is what screwed it over. So I'm like, okay, I can't come back from this. Let's save some time. Let's concede. Game 2, forgot to record, but it wasn't that interesting of a match. He Pirellia'd me. I gave him 1 draw, then he Fool Rossed me. Didn't give him a draw off of that. I ended on Blue Eyes, Spirit, couple set cards, and I had Chaos Hunter. He went the Fiendsmith stuff, summon Laurel, summon Chaos Hunter, then pops his Laurel, so the Fiendsmith stuff can't out my stuff. And he just conceded straight away because the Chaos Hunter, I guess he had all Malice names, and I just popped his only wave through the Fiendsmith stuff with the Majesty. So we won game 2. Game 3 goes first. I kind of recognize what he did game 1 is he's getting a little greedy with the Abaku. If I had Nib in hand, so I held Nib until he got to the Abaku. He activated the Abaku. I go Nibiru because he's going to special back. I go Nibiru, clear the field, doesn't get the special back, and I punish him for that. He passes to me, but the only problem is GC06 is still on the back row. So I'm like, okay, that's still going to be a problem, but we do have a decent hand. I go Wishes, discard Majesty. He goes Ash. I go Bingo Machine, get Roar off the Bingo Machine. Special Roar, he goes Lacquer, or he had Paradise in the graveyard, so he goes Paradise to send it to the graveyard. Then I just go normal summon Maiden, link into a Spirit, this is where his deck building, again, it's the Fiendsmith stuff, so he doesn't have MTB07. So it actually doesn't clear the Spirit. So since we still have the Wishes in graveyard, I go Spirit, special back Blue Eyes, then go, well, I had 2 Blue Eyes, so I was playing around a Bistio that I knew he had. Special Blue Eyes, go Bingo or Wishes, equip, go into Tyrant, cleared his entire field, and the Nibiru was at 3,800 attack. That was a lethal damage, but he had Druid's Worm in hand. Chose not to attack into it because that would have cleared my field. I set Majesty from the Tyrant effect and had Imperm. I passed to him. He had a Bistio, goes Baldrake, banish the Mallet, or the White Rabbit bring back. I Imperm the White Rabbit because he was trying to banish my Blue Eyes with the Majesty. And then he normal summons Dormouse, goes into a Heart Cryptor play. I go Majesty to pop, but the Dormouse actually protects. Didn't know I had that effect. So Dormouse protects the Heart Cryptor, but he can't kill me. So that's the only thing. And then my top deck, if it was any level 1, I think we get out of it. But it ended up being a Wishes when we had no other card in hand, so I had to pass back to him. And then he just kills me on the crack, unfortunately. But it was such a crazy game. That's our first loss, though. We still have 2 more rounds. I think if we can get 1 more win, I would want to win both so we can guarantee top. But if we can win 1 more, maybe we can top with X2. But yeah, crazy asking. Just got completed with round 6, and we took the W once again. We are 6 rounds in. We're 5-1. I don't know if we're guaranteed to top even if we lose our next one. So I'm not going to say anything, but hopefully we'll just win our next one and guarantee the top. But we versed Odeon is what we reversed. Game 1. It was actually really good. We set up our full infield. It was Seals, Majesty, Spirit, and a couple trap cards. I think I had some hand traps. Baylor, I think was a part of the hand traps. Literally, it was just enough. He went his engraver stuff. He charmed me, so he drew charm me for turn. So he just charmed me and hoped to God he would do something. Went into his Fiendsmith stuff. I went Spirit to negate the Laurel in graveyard, and then he set a couple cards. I'm going to activate the Spirit effect, summon Lightsworn Dragon, pop the spell traps, immediately just concedes. He's like, okay, you just got this. I can't really come back from this because the Lightsworm, us having the Lightsworm actually does check the Odeon match pretty well. I'm glad we actually have that card. So thank the fucking Lord. In the game 2, he went first. I drew a Druid Swarm. That was my only hand trap. He went his Fiendsmith stuff. I drew a Swarm the Engraver, and he was like, okay, I'm just going to set 4 paths. I'm like, okay, that's working with us. So we go normal summon Sage, effect, search for, I think we just searched for a Veiler. I'm like, okay, we just got to force out this background. He ended on a Necroquip. So he goes into the Lacrima play. I go, okay, I'm going to summon a Roar here. He goes Roar. I go Roar effect to summon Blue Eyes. He doesn't do the trap card just yet. He let me go to Spirit. And then he goes, okay, I'm going to activate Paradise here. I chain the Spirit to try to negate. He changed Droplet there, which is fine. Okay, we'll just Droplet. That's fine. He sends the Lacrima on field, negates Spirit, then goes Paradise, send a Druid Swarm, goes Druid Swarm, and then I go Druid Swarm effect, send the Necroquip. And then after that, I think I just controlled the game. He had a Purge set, and then one of the Odeon cards. I never played into the Purge, surprisingly, so I ended on 2 Blue Eye Spirit Synchro Monsters, and he activated a trap. The old one that oh, sorry about that. He activated the old one, so the one that doesn't activate the trap or set it trap from deck. So he activates the brick, technically a part of the deck. So he just body blocks. Pass to him. I have 2 spirits on his draw phase. He draws for turn into his last card. I go, okay, use one of the spirits, summon Lightsworm Dragon to pop the back row, his last remaining back row, which ended up being Purge. And then I just go, he conceded there, but what my plan was to go the second spirit to summon the ultimate spirit, so I had an Omni Negate for the last card in hand, but he just conceded there. So quick 2-0, but 1 more round. We were X1. Hopefully we can just win and we're guaranteed the top, but even with the loss, we can still technically top, just depending on how our tiebreakers go. But very successful day, I'm not going to lie. We're doing the round 7 recap at my house because I forgot to do the round 7 recap at regionals, sorry, because I want to do all the regional deck profiles and stuff like that afterwards. I kind of got a little busy, but we're going to do the round 7 recap now. So we actually ended up versing the only undefeated player left after round 6. So we actually got paired up to him and basically we're the final table. So really good for us. He was on Rizal. Obviously we're on the Blue Eyes. He won the die roll, chose to go first. He went Bonfire to search. We chained Droll on Resolution. He searched for Ice. Really, really good. But then he goes Talents to look at hand. I'm like, oh, shit. He takes the Ash out of my hand. He goes, okay, I know exactly what your hand is. Okay, I'm just going to make a DDD, have the Paradise in graveyard, and then proceed to Droll and Lockbird us on the resolution of, I forgot what we started, but he Droll and Lockbird us as well. And I'm like, okay, there's just no way. I'm under Droll, DDD,
and Paradise. Like, yeah, there's just no way I can get out of this game. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get into game two. And then in game two, we chose to go first. He Pirelli'd us, which is unfortunate. We did give him a draw. We went like Wish to Search for Sage, the normal summon Sage effect. He chains Ash to it, which is fine with us. Then I think he fool lost us as well. I'm like, damn, that's very unfortunate as well. So we had the maiden in hand, which was the very nice thing about it. So we went like True Light, set a Majesty. If I'm not mistaken, we set a Majesty. So we set something. We set some sort of interruption. We had a cross out in an Imper, and we passed to him. So he goes into his like Fiendsmith stuff. We interrupt it pretty well, and then he goes like, okay, I'm gonna go Talents to draw two. We go cross out, the one of cross out. We cross out, call the Talents, and he's like, damn, that's unfortunate. Let's get to game three. I'm like, oh my god, we survived Pirellia and Fulra. Thank the fucking Lord. All right, and then now going into game three, our hand was actually pretty decent. It was like a Druid's Worm plus Droll and Lockbird. I'm like, okay, we can work with this. So he leads again. He goes into a search. I think he went like Ice Special X, go and search for sword. I changed Droll on the Resolution, and he has talents. Once again, rips the Druid's Worm out of my hand. I'm like, oh shit. He knows everything, but he's under Droll. But all he has is gas. He doesn't really have a hand trap, so he kind of has to just full commit to everything. So he goes on a DDD Detonator, one card in hand, has the Paradise in Graveyard as well. Like, the only top deck that's going to get me out of this is XYZ Encore that I cited in because I knew I was going second. And we top deck XYZ Encore. So we're like, okay, XYZ Encore, get rid of this Detonator, special them back as level 3s. But I think a lot of people are forgetting this. You can trigger the Rizal effects off of that special summon of Encore because it doesn't negate its effects, which is insane, but a lot of people forget about that. Like, I did that at Orlando to my opponent in Orlando. He also forgot to trigger the effect, but our opponent also forgot to trigger the effect off of Encore special summon, so he didn't get any of the follow-up. So I was like, okay, we just get the Tyrant, and we clear his entire field. Basically what we got to. So with our hand, we had pretty much 4 ways to get to it, which was really, really nice. But we went Roar to special summon. I was assuming either that's going to force a DDD negate or a Paradise. That actually didn't force anything, so I went Wish's Effect in Graveyard, equipped, make the Tyrant, and he can't Paradise because we have the Neo, the one that can protect from targeting in our graveyard. So he's just like, okay, I have to eat it. I go Tyrant, Battle Phase, cleared his entire field, and then we set an Ultimate Fusion and a True Light, Majesty with 2 Blue Eyes in the graveyard. I'm like, okay, we're back in this game. He has like a couple cards in his hand. And that was enough. We like Majesty popped a lot of cards, and then he like special note as like one of his last follow-up plays. I went True Light to special back, Ultimate Fusion popped the card, and that pretty much won us the game from there because like we made a second Tyrant. He blew up our True Light off the Paradise, but we had the Tyrants that's unaffected by trap cards, so we just go, okay, draw Veiler, normal summon Veiler, go into Spirit. That's going to check the Fiendsmith stuff for the rest of the game, and then we just slowly get him out of the game, and we actually ended up winning that game, which was very, very huge. Now, obviously, I already know the results of what the regionals were because I'm doing this after the regionals, so let's go see what we got.
Damn! Got third. That's wild.
In third place, we have Santiago Alvin Infoot.
I did it, bro. I don't know how the fuck I did
Second
that.
place,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got 3rd place at the Albuquerque Regional. It's wild to think that I topped a regional before I even topped a locals with this sealed only deck, but I wanted to kind of show you off what the pricing was that we got for actually topping the event. So this is going to be the one thing that I didn't expect we were going to get. We actually got ourselves a 3rd place trophy here. Let me put it to the camera up here. You can see it's like a Dragon Shield trophy that they handed out to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, and obviously me getting 3rd, I got the 3rd place one. But this is really, really cool. I hope Konami should be doing this. Like, this is a Dragon Shield trophy. I think it's just what Duke City had on them. But yeah, I think Konami should be doing this a lot more. This is like a really cool thing. You'll probably see this behind, like right here, with my McDonald little things and the 5-headed dragon as well. But this is a really cool thing that I was not expecting to get at all. Like when they said, yeah, here's a trophy, I'm like, what the fuck? We're getting trophies? That's wild as fuck. But the actual prizing that I was like, this is expected for prizing is our deck box that we got is the World Championship Orange. This deck box is actually really, really cool. I have the deck in it right now as well. It's a really, really cool deck box, and it's going to be the deck box we're going to use for the sealed only as well. I'm actually glad we got this because if you don't know, with the info regionals, that Fiendsmith mat that I got, I actually have 2 of those. we were supposed to get this deck box, but they didn't have it in rotation for the Info Regionals, so I actually didn't get those deck box. So I got like the old black ones, but I'm glad that I have this one now because I like this one a lot as well. I'm glad we got this, and we also got a mat. We got the new Sword Soul guy. It's the Synchro Monster, I believe. This is the the mat that we got as well. So this will probably be up on the wall as well. I'm gonna have to fix everything with that wall. As you can see, like the voiceless voice mat is like cut off in half. That's because I've been too lazy to fix it. But since we're gonna put this one on the wall as well, we're gonna have to fix everything up there. So eventually I will change this wall as well. So we're not gonna be using this. We're just gonna be putting it on the wall over there. We probably should use it because we earned it, but I'd much rather have it on the wall than actually use it because I think honestly I like the Fallout mount as well. Gives us that good luck. We topped with it, okay? But yeah, that was our prizing. We got third place. I have the deck profile, like the regional deck profile. If you want to see that, I'll put it in the description down below. But after that, I kind of just want to talk about where we're going to be heading, because we did top. Like, that's insane. So where are we heading with this? So at the beginning of the video, we didn't, like, when I started the video processing for like actually making the video, Stampede got leaked. So it looks like the Bistuals aren't in Stampede, which is wild to think about. So we probably gonna have to open Darkwing Blast for Magnemite, unless it's just, you know, not revealed yet. But Magia is in that, so Stampede is huge for getting something like Magia for the deck. Crimson Dragon is also very huge. Again, these are leaks, so who knows if it's actually going to be in Stampede, but that's going to be huge if that's in there as well. That's two very important extra deck cards that we can use as well. So huge, huge stuff in the future. But the one thing I will say, though, there won't be a Blue Eyes Sealed only next week, just because I have some, like, I'm going to be working a lot this week because I have some things to pay off, like my taxes wise. I don't really want to spend any money. I actually can't even go to any locals this next coming weekend, just because I'm working on all the days that the region or the locals are happening for. So there won't be a Blue Eye Sealed only next week. So just a kind of heads up for that as well. But in 2 weeks, we'll return to the Blue Eyes Sealed only. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.